Welcome back to the new Adult Lexicon. I'm Erin, and thank you again for joining me today. Today, for a little bit of fun, we are doing a letter of the day again, and today's letter is W. Now, my favorite W word is, without a doubt, wine. I think this word says a lot about me. I'm a wine drinker. It is my drink of choice, my one constant friend. Kidding, mostly. Now, I prefer to drink red wine, though I won't say no to a decent white sometimes. But today I thought I'd just share a few of my favorites with you. My favorite variety of red is Malbec, and some of my favorite ones in particular are these. First up, Tall Dark Stranger. And yes, I definitely bought this one first just because of the name, but it did not disappoint. This is my favorite one right now and the one I drink the most often. And honestly, the bottle, the name, the price are pretty much my deciding factors for whether or not to purchase a wine when I see a new one, which leads me straight into the next one, King. I'm a chess fan, big chess player, in case you didn't notice by the tattoo. So that's what prompted me to buy this one the first time. But again, another one that did not disappoint. It's probably about my second favorite right now. Depending on which store I'm at, I get either Tall Dark Stranger or this one. I've also got this one, El Tractor, another Malbec. So that's a third choice sometimes. I also do drink Zinfandel. I love a good Zinfandel, and that is not white Zin. None of that rosé bullshit for me. That is an actual red Zin. And sometimes a Shiraz. Those are about the only ones I'll drink regularly. If I'm out with family or friends, I'll compromise if need be, but those are my favorites. Like I said, I don't drink a lot of white, but I will sometimes. I'll drink a Gewürztraminer or a Riesling. I don't have any in the house right now to show you, but those are some of my two whites that I will drink. So if you're in the market to try a new wine, a new drink, maybe give one of those a shot and let me know what you think. And the next word is waft. Now, waft isn't a super exciting word, but I like it. Partly because I remember being about 10 and discovering this word for the first time and thinking, for some reason, that it was just really amazing and very grown up. It's kind of fun to say, and while not completely obscure, it's something you probably won't hear every day. But I think most of me just loves it because it was one of those early times that I can look back now and remember where I first found a word and experienced joy, and it stuck with me, and it helped solidify this lifelong love of words in me. My next two words I'm going to put together because I think they go well together: wit and wisdom. And yes, I am a Ravenclaw. Got my shirt on today. I honestly always thought I'd sort Slytherin when I finally did it, but Ravenclaw definitely makes sense to me. Wisdom is something that I hold in high regards. Having intelligence, gaining intelligence, using your intelligence, definitely something important to me and something that I think is valuable in life. Same with wit. I love good dry wit. I don't always have it myself, but love to hear it in others, and I'd rather some smart, humorous wit than stupid, raunchy comedy, in life or in a movie. My next W word is won't. And I don't mean the contraction. I like this word because it isn't the first version you learn of this word, and learning it after knowing the contraction for will not is almost like an oxymoron, and I absolutely fell in love when I first discovered that. Plus, it's another one of those fun ones to break out randomly in conversations to make people trip over just a bit. It makes you sound smart and just a bit odd and obscure, which I like to think sums me up in a nutshell. Wanderlust. This is a word I love just because it's so magical. It encompasses that travel bug that we all get, combined with just a little bit of a fantastical feeling. It's not as boring as road trip or traveling. It's what we all wish we could do and be. It's the quintessential road trip vibe that makes everyone happy and yet full of longing. Next W word is windows. I love windows. And now I'm talking the glass panes, not the operating system. So I guess I am technically a Windows user. My dream house would be so full of them, all shapes, sizes, and placements. And to me, the idea of sitting in front of a window all day reading, writing, napping, watching something on the television, it's idyllic. So quickly, here are a few of my favorite Pinterest windows for you to enjoy. The next W word is whinge. Now, the first time I read this word, maybe about 10 years ago, I thought it was a typo. It is a typically British word, and I hadn't heard it before. And at the time, I had to look it up to A, validate it, and B, figure out how to pronounce it. Cue one of my favorite quotes: never judge someone for mispronouncing a word. It means they learned it through reading. But it was such a different word to me at the time, and I loved it immediately. Still do. I don't get to use it very often, partly because it just doesn't automatically come to mind, and it doesn't always fit into my everyday conversations. But it is still a fun word to slip into a conversation every so often, and usually then I get to educate whomever I'm talking to about the word. Whilst. Now, this is my all-time favorite word to use in work emails, mostly because it sounds pretentious and I like being just slightly odd. People usually aren't expecting it, and it's just different and makes you stand out without being vocally in someone's face. And finally, wibbly wobbly. And yes, as in timey-wimey, because I'm a Whovian at heart. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little delve into my psyche. Let me know your favorite W words. Is there an amazing one that I left out? Did you absolutely hate one of my W words? Tell me about it in the comments. Otherwise, thanks again for joining me as I had a bit of a waffle, and I hope you tune in again next time.